Start your engines.
Vroom. What is up? This is the Size 10 podcast. My name is Nick Scalzone.
I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me on Instagram at SkateCub.
You can find me at Instagram at Nick Scalzone Comedy. And we're joined by a fantastic comedian, good friend of the podcast. He's got an album coming out on May 3rd called Party Troll. You can see him all over the country telling some jokes. It's a funny guy. Give it up for Tommy Ryman.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back. This is rad. Second time of the podcast in real person.
Real person.
Yeah, in real person.
I was on Zoom. This is how I'm seeing how the magic works.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your handles and stuff that people can?
You can find me on the Instagram at Tommy Ryman, Twitter at Tommy Ryman, TommyRyman.com. Google Tommy Ryman. Google guy with glasses, cardigan.
Cardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't actually find us on Google. You have to go through Instagram.
Really?
No, I'm just fucking around and saying stupid shit because we're on a podcast.
I like to believe, I like to be, I'm a trusting person.
You are?
I just like to always believe when people tell me things that they're telling me the truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't just in life. Don't do that. That's generally a bad idea.
But it's just like, I think it's, no, you don't just, are you a trusting person?
Sometimes, but I've been burned a lot of times, so I've gotten a little jaded.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the last time you were burned? Let's burn that person. Who were they? No, you don't have to name names or anything like that.
I think you should name names.
Solid burn.
Probably Delta.
Delta?
It's company. Big company.
Big company.
Well,
Delta.
how did Delta burn you?
They canceled my flight. And then they were like, it was because of weather. And I was like, weather where? You can't just say there was weather. Because where I was flying in and out of, there was no weather. But they're like, yeah, but the pilot was like, he was at a different place that had bad weather. And he didn't get to where we needed him to be to fly you. So we had to cancel your flight. And I was like, but I want to go to Cincinnati. And they're like, you can't go to Cincinnati.
Those jerks.
And then I flew to Chicago. And they're like, you weren't supposed to do that. That's not where we would have flown you. And I was like, well, nobody talked to me for 5 hours. So I bought the ticket from Delta. So you need to pay me back. And then
Did you ever get back?
I had to go through multiple hours of different people and now I got to a refunds department, and then that guy was really nice because whenever I deal with customer service people, I never yell at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, hey, this was the thing that happened to me. I don't know if you can help me, but I would love it if you could. But if you can't, maybe you could steer me in the direction of the person that will be able to hit the button that gives me my $1,700 back for what I paid for 3 tickets to go to Chicago from Minneapolis, which should be about a $58 flight.
Yeah,
so
at the most.
That seems a little steep for that.
Yeah,
I feel like
it was first class, but that was all that was available. So I wasn't like trying to be like, yeah, I'm finally gonna fly to first class to Chicago
for 45
from
minutes.
Minneapolis. Yeah,
The best part of your trip was going to be the flight.
yeah. But he was very nice, and then he was like, "Thank you for not yelling at me," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't yell at people, but you guys gotta stop burning me like this."
He probably had been yelled at all day.
Yeah.
and then-
That's
so
got to be
you
a
were
bad
refreshing.
job.
Well, it was funny too because he was like, "Well, I gotta write these things," and I go, "Okay, do you need me?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll keep you on the line." I was like, "You just don't want to take the next call where you're screamed at by a family that didn't get to go to Disney World or something because of Delta."
They
Like-
couldn't bring their dog for free or something.
They started cracking down on that.
But it is confusing when you have a big company how many levels there are. It's just people have different jobs that deal with different things. But I'm like, why can't somebody just do it all?
Yeah.
But there's the person's like, no, I just book the flights, and then if you cancel the flight, I can put you on a different flight. But like, I can't give you a refund first. And I was like, why not? Like, well, I was never trained into that. This is my department. This guy Bill does the refund like that. And I was like, but what? Everyone should just do everything. Like,
Yeah.
But it's like, nah.
It's like
structured.
It's like have you ever tried to cancel a line at Verizon?
No. See, I'm still on my family plan. So,
okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
So if
That's
you
the
wanted to
move.
remove that line, you can't do it in store. The manager of the store has to call into their manager to cancel it. Like, it's set up so that they can do everything else. They can set up as many lines, they can transfer lines, but they can't cancel a line.
Wow.
And I had an extra line that they charged me for, and it was supposed to be canceled, but it never was. And I went and brought my bill and was like, "Yo, I've been charged for this third cell phone that I don't have.
Wow.
I returned the phone. Like, I don't even own it, but I'm still getting charged for the line. And I was there all day talking to people.
Isn't it nuts? It's just like a bureaucracy. And it's some of it, they won't say it, but I swear it's designed to like defeat you and you would just give up.
How many computers did you talk to before you got the first guy that couldn't help you?
See, I did that. So first you would call. So initially when the flight got canceled, I called Delta, the line that's made for. I'm platinum. I've worked my way up. It's right below diamond, the highest, and that's right below pilot
impressive.
or employee at
right
Delta.
below the pilot. You're right there.
Right.
Like,
you are the
couple
co-pilot.
more flights.
If you have diamond, you are the co-pilot.
So, but I have a number for me. They're like, these are for a platinum number. And normally when you call that number, somebody answers right away. But because of COVID and other things, I think they're understaffed. Like things have changed with the company. And I called it and they go, well, you're going to wait for 2 hours for somebody. And then the nice thing about that is they're like, we will call you back. So you don't have to sit on hold and then they'll call. Okay. But they literally did not call back after like the hour and 30. And then I was kind of looking around to flights close to Cincinnati. I was like, okay, well, what if I fly into Dayton or blah, blah, blah. And all those were just filling up because people were calling and probably getting help. And those were all filling up. And I was like, I should book something. So then it at least I have something once they finally get to me. But yeah, I was on. And then I tried to do their messaging service. And that was a mess. Because I was like, that was after I was like, I need a refund. And they're like, but you flew the flight. And I was like, yeah, but they were going to pay me back. And then it was just like, select A or B. And I was like, it says this is Tracy. Is this Tracy? Is this a real person? And then it was not. Like, it would be like,
automated.
Yeah. And I was just,
Customer service is fun.
Yeah.
fun time.
And then I could call that number again, the platinum line. But then when I needed the refund, they're like, all right, we got to transfer you. And they're like, the whole time for that now is like 40 minutes. And I go, oh, can they just call me back? They're like, no, not for this one. You have to listen to it.
This one.
And hold music is horrible.
Yeah, there's never been a good one.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
And I know it's supposed to, like, I Googled, I go, why is hold music so awful? Like, and they were like, well, it's supposed to, so you know you're on the line. Because if there's no hold music, it's weird. It's just silent.
Yeah.
And you're like, are they gone? Am I still on? So I understand there has to be something. But I want to create like a software where you can set your phone down.
Oh, like a ringback. Remember ringbacks?
And then something, and then something calls you to be like, oh, they're about to go, or they're on, which is what they have, the callback. But sometimes they don't do that. I'm like, why is it only 50-50? Why does sometimes...
Yeah, it sounds like someone needs to set that new standard.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's the first I've ever even heard of that. Every time I've been put on hold, I had to sit there and listen to the bullshit.
And I would like more face-to-face with customer
maybe
service.
you could FaceTime.
And not, because I want to see them. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what the office looks like of all the other people in customer service. And I want to see their supervisor that walks around. I'm like, I want to talk to that. What did that guy do? He's wearing like a really nice suit. Can we just go to him? Her?
What if they added a system like, you know how like there's Ubers or Lyfts where you can pick the music that's playing on the stereo?
For hold music?
For hold music.
See, I would like that too.
What, you can pick the music in Uber?
Yeah.
Like you can tell the driver to put on the song.
Well, sometimes they'll have a tablet where you're just like, you're the DJ.
You get to DJ.
That's so high maintenance.
Which just feels like so degrading. Like it's already degrading enough that you're driving these people around, and now they're like, no. Now we get to choose what you listen to. They're just like Rush Limbaugh the whole way, baby.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one. He is dead though.
He is.
So it'd be a rerun.
Reruns or like
somebody's favorite
song.
episode. Just be like, dude, fucking 2004 May 14th. That was the day Rush really was on one day.
So those Rush greatest hits, so much hate.
Man, he was yelling at the microphone.
Greatest hates
in April. Holy shit, that was a good month of Rush.
But what if they had that for hold music?
Imagine being that high maintenance though, that you're like, I'm taking an Uber for 8 miles. I need to hear my music.
Well, what's funny is I didn't know about that, and like the last time I took one, they were like, "You can select the music," and I just was like, "I don't care.
You're just
it's
like,
fine.
no, dude, you've got to be in this car. Put on
Yeah.
your shit. I don't
like just be you. Like
I
live
just
your
tell
life."
I'm like, sing to me. They're like, what? I'm
1
like,
out of 100 is the guy that's doing the TikTok challenge or whatever, where he raps for the passengers, and that guy is stoked.
Yeah.
He's just like, dude, I got a deal. I'm gonna get an album.
Or what would it be a
Fucking
power
Suge Knight's
move
gonna hear
if
this.
you just started playing beats with no lyrics and you were just like, "Yo, I'm ready for it. Like, come on, let's-
Freestyle.
some bars."
Yeah,
like,
dude, you got some bars for this?
You got bars?
Fucking these beats are fire, dude.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's do our can check. We don't have the sound effect, so I actually have a can. Let's see if we can. Ooh,
Ooh, that sounded pretty good.
that sounded pretty accurate.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we have bottles, so
Yeah, you
ours
guys
wouldn't have
did
sounded as
bottles.
good.
What are we drinking today, Nick?
We're drinking gin and tonics because we're classy folks.
You guys went with what tree? How many? Fever Tree?
Fever Tree.
Which feels like a weird name for a brand.
Yeah, it started during COVID.
Fever Tree.
Favorite tree.
No, this is Mediterranean tonic water. This is from my ancestors in Italy invented this,
Ooh.
and they did it for us.
Now I'm going for it. I'm going all out. I had a Red Bull earlier. We drank Bloody Marys because it is Easter. We were pre-recording this,
Yeah.
but I went for the Rogue CBD tonic water in my gin and tonic. So
Wow.
I'm just cocktails on cocktails.
Yeah,
baby.
you were just like, you know what? Drinking in the early afternoon isn't gonna make me sleepy enough. I need a sleep aid in my alcohol.
in my
You
gin
do
and
have
tonic.
to bring me to the airport at 10 o'clock tonight. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
9
That is
o'clock.
right.
Yeah, you guys
That's
might
right.
need to take a nap until about 8:45.
Yeah, and then we'll
After
just
this,
wander.
you might have to get an Uber with custom audio.
With the I'll just Uber there and then Uber back.
You just come
You're
with
just
me.
6joyriding an Uber around. You're just like, dude, I just wanted to sit in the back seat.
I just wanted to spend every second with you that you were here. Yeah, it was pretty fun hanging out with Bjorn, but it was a little weird when he took the Uber with me to the like I got this, bud. I'm an adult. I've done this before.
So yeah, Tommy, you're in town for what, 3-4 days here? You did a run of shows.
I got into town on Thursday, and I got to do a show produced by Bjorn Bangers Comedy, and then I went up to Everett, Washington, and did the Everett Historical Theater, and then we came back down to Portland and did the Curious Comedy Theater. So
Yeah.
it's quite the run of Oregon and Washington.
Yeah.
You got to see some rain, some trees.
A lot of rain.
Rain, snow, sleet.
Yeah, you guys said driving back from Seattle yesterday was like you went through all the seasons on the drive.
Seriously,
Yeah.
the whole time you've been here, it was like raining when you got here. Then it started to hail. Then it
Yeah.
was sunny for some reason, and then it got cold and windy, and like it's just been all of the seasons.
It's
Experienced
been a
it all.
nasty week.
Real 4 seasons.
We had snow on Monday this past week, which is like the latest in the year that we've had a recorded snowfall like ever in Portland.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Minnesota's weird. The weather's messed up everywhere. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
What could it be?
Not global warming.
Isn't it? No.
No.
Yeah.
Because
that's-
it's cold. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. We grew up
Right.
in Montana. Every time it snowed in like an off month, a bunch of people were like, global warming my ass.
Oh yeah.
And that was a compelling argument. I really took that to heart. I was like, they make an excellent point on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'd like to clear the air though with the weather talk. Minneapolis, much crazier rainstorms than here, in my opinion. They have like monsoons.
Oh, they have like the big heavy rains.
And I've never seen lightning or thunder here. Have you?
I heard thunder the other day.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Sean said where he was at his house, it literally was snowing, raining, and thunder. So there's
okay.
snow, thunder.
Yeah, I
threat.
heard thunder while there was like some
Yeah.
kind of snowish stuff coming down. And I was like, this is a weird day
Yeah.
of weather. This is not normal. It's a bad sign.
But
Yeah.
it's still been fun. We had a fun little adventure on the way up.
Yeah, what happened?
So I love it because he agrees with me on this one. When your GPS just takes you off the road because there's traffic and just has you just like joyride through the town real quick for
Yeah.
some reason. I hate that. Do you like that?
I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to go on an adventure.
No.
It's a computer-guided adventure.
No, keep me on the road. I don't want to do some wild suicide left turn.
Honestly, as long as it's not taking me as long as it's not wrong, as long as I get back where I was going, especially if I can continue to move while avoiding a traffic disaster. I can't stand sitting in traffic. Mm-hmm. I would rather be moving slowly around city streets than sitting in traffic.
But this one put us in danger, and it doesn't save time if you have to take an awkward left turn through an non-lighted intersection, because then you're just waiting to take this left turn. Mm-hmm. And then it was we saved you. Oh, we didn't save you 5 minutes.
We saved you no time.
We're robots. Sorry.
But this guy was in a truck behind us just honking at us to turn. But I couldn't see any cars, and I was like, and so I just went. And then they were tailgating me. And then when we were getting back on the freeway, because they were following their GPS, same as us. And they crossed over some non-lane thing, because I wasn't speeding up fast enough because everyone was stopped.
Yeah, you said he passed you on the shoulder.
Yeah. Went over the shoulder
of the on-ramp.
In his big lifted truck.
Oh my god.
And then not even a mile down the road,
he had
a gnarly flat tire.
Major blowout.
Ran over a big nail in the shoulder of the freeway.
Or shot his own tire with a gun that he had pulled out for another road rage incident.
That's possible.
It's just why aren't they moving?
Shot my own tire out.
This is bullshit.
That's the risk you run.
But then the last thing, he pulled over in the scariest part of the freeway.
Just one of a corner.
You know that on ramp that he passed us on. He decided to stop on one of those to change his tire. While it's
basically the next
on ramp.
I mean, that's better than just in the freeway, I guess. But
true, but he had people just going on both sides of him.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah, because they're coming on and I would have just abandoned the car.
It's
just cut your losses on that one. Just be I guess I'll have to wait 6 months and get a new pickup.
Get an Uber. Just try to get picked up.
Where are you? I'm in a scary spot. So get here soon. And please play Beastie Boys when I get in the car.
I want to hear Brass Monkey. When you get here, Brass Monkey.
And then Bicycle by Queen right after.
What are you a fan of rap music?
I am, but I don't know a lot about it. I enjoy it, but I was never that's my artist, that's what I like. But I just appreciate it.
Do you like any of the Minneapolis rap guys?
Yeah. I mean, I know of Brother Ali. Wasn't he originally from Minnesota?
He's a Minneapolis guy.
Yeah. And then there's
Atmosphere.
But he's not in Atmosphere. Atmosphere
is two other
Slug.
guys.
Yeah. And
Slug and Ant or
wasn't
something
Lizzo from
I thought she was Chicago.
Okay.
I know she
didn't she drive through it once?
Yeah, she definitely
Probably
did. That's accurate.
Someone else is from Minneapolis. There's a whole scene there.
Does Prince do rap?
Yeah, Prince raps. I feel like Lizzo had I thought she was from Minneapolis too because she had a song about a
DNA
football
test?
player on the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, okay.
God, what's that Minnesota Vikings? I don't know, something about not being a man,
Brett Favre,
not being a man for hitting a woman or something. Some line about that is
Didn't Brett Favre play for Green Bay though?
Mm-hmm.
But he did come to the Vikings.
Oh, did he?
And then he did rap.
And he had a rap album that came out.
That tracks.
Him and Bob Dylan did
Nice.
a rap album.
That
was
sounds
really
fire.
bad. Actually, it was really bad.
No, I feel like Bob Dylan definitely would.
On a
be
long
a
enough
good beat
timeline,
maker.
I feel like Bob Dylan would do a rap album.
Accidentally. I feel like he would just be all right, let's. And they're like, I think this is rap.
I'd like to see Bob Dylan get on a RZA beat.
Yeah.
He's like
him and Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
they could do a duet.
That would be sick.
That'd be
what?
So what are you? Is the Fever Tree?
It's good.
Fever Tree is good
it's
stuff.
A nice smooth tonic.
Yeah,
Mine's a
yours
little
is, like,
murkier
off
than your
color.
guys's.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
the
it's filled
weed.
with CBD.
It has CBD.
It's like just somebody blew a smoke into your tonic water.
Yeah, that's
That's
somebody
what
like
CBD is, right?
Yeah, I think they put tonic water in a bong. They
Yeah.
smoked it
and then
and
they
they put
smoke
it back in the jar. It's
Looks like-
fucking gross.
Bonic water.
Tonic water. I like it. You guys, we have so many cool inventions. We had the ice cream store, and
We were definitely coming up with business ideas for sure.
my last name.
Ice cream with weed in it.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I've never had. There is THC. I wonder if there's THC tonic water.
There definitely are THC drinks. I'm not going to drink them because I don't like that shit, but...
I've had the cold brew, which is kind of like an upper and a downer at the same time.
Wait, it's cold brew coffee with weed in it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Weed people... They find just they just put weed in everything.
I
And
feel
it's-
like I just was normal. Like it was just like drinking water. Like that was the effect it had on me.
Oh, like because the upper and the...
Like I just didn't feel anything.
Huh. Was it like a small amount of weed, though?
I think
Like
so.
not many milligrams or
well,
whatever?
yeah, because I think I split it with somebody.
Well, and
Because it was like $20
You like eat edibles from time to time.
from time to
like,
time.
you have a decent tolerance of them, right?
No, I don't eat them consistently enough to have that.
But they don't like throw you into a spiral.
Some do.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a half edible guy usually.
Are edibles legal in Minnesota?
God.
No.
Mm.
Which is weird because I was living in California for 5 years where everything was legal.
Mhm.
And I came back. And then I was like, man, if we wanted to do drugs, which we won't because it's not legal here, we would have to find some type of drug dealer like they did in the olden days.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to see like approaching like a drug dealer and being like, yeah, I need salted caramel hard candies.
Yeah.
20 milligrams.
for real now, though, they would have. They'd be like,
They'd
oh,
be
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I got some
we
gummy
figured out
bears."
how to get that to this state. If that's
yeah,
what you want.
Do you have snickerdoodles?
I feel like that's interesting. I would have thought Minneapolis would have been a
It's-
legal weed state.
It's weird,
Because
though.
of how
It's
they are politically, it would make more sense that
it's
they'd
a
be legal weed.
liberal it's a liberal state, but there's these weird moral, like it took forever for bars forever for liquor stores to be able to sell liquor on Sunday, for bars to be open past 2. There's like this
Yeah.
weird just like
Midwest Christian.
Lutheran just like,
yeah.
well, I mean, we like helping out people and poor, but I don't know, drugs are kind of make me nervous.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. No, my
but-
mom is from North Dakota, like her whole family, so I feel like I get the vibe. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
It's like,
but
oh,
it's
no,
gonna-
that's a little too far. I don't know if we need that.
it's got to be federally, right?
Sometime
Biden can't get
eventually-
anything done, like infrastructure. I was like, that's a slam dunk. You can build some bridges. Everyone's behind
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that
No.
backfired.
They're like,
I'm
no.
like, all right, let's just legalize weed. Come on.
So everyone can
Right?
calm the F down a little bit.
And that's not even on the dock. So I don't know if that'll happen right before the primaries or right
yeah,
before
maybe
2024.
they're gonna have to try to time that one
Yeah.
in an opportune way. Yeah.
Be like, look, rad, we
Yeah,
did it. Will you
just
please
like-
go out and vote? Like, no, man, we're all getting high. You timed this poorly.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen, isn't it? All right, let's talk about some shoes.
All right, so we're gonna do kind of a weird one on this one. I have a pair of sneakers that I'm wearing today. We'll talk about those, and then we'll talk about the ones that Tommy's wearing. So let's start with Tommy's. What do you got on your feet tonight?
I am
today?
wearing some classic Chuck Taylor low tops, Converse All Stars.
It's,
Have you heard of them?
No, never. Before.
This is a new shoe.
Nice.
they don't have the star on the ankle.
They've never been made, and yeah, they don't. They're not the high tops, so you don't get the circle patch.
Now, are you more of a high top or a low top guy?
I've always been high top, but the last time I went to get my high tops, they were out, and I needed a new shoe and they were like, we got the low top, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with the low top, and I actually like the low top. I've enjoyed it. It's comfy, but yeah, Converse are great, real supportive of your feet. They feel. I've worn Converse my whole life, so they've formed my feet into a flat, where it's almost painful when I wear like a normal shoe that supports your foot.
Like arches. And
Yeah.
arch support.
They're like, whoa, no, you just smashed yours into a flat bottom.
Now, are you always a black Converse or do you ever switch it up on the colors?
I usually am black, but I've done red and blue. And then I think last time I talked about it, I had a really wicked pair of corduroy Converse that I got in London. And then I got another pair of Converse in Amsterdam that had flames on them.
Nice.
And then there is like a bunch
to match
of Converse.
Your car, right?
Yeah. But Converse has done. They must have had like a the collaboration with DC and Warner Brothers because they had like Batman, Superman,
like superhero Converse.
Flash. So
Nice.
I had some of those because Superman's my favorite superhero.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question.
Which would have been way more cool to wear to this pod, but I'm like, look at this classic.
Classic.
But the thing is, we don't have a lot of classics on here. We're always doing goofy shit.
Yeah.
And so,
but
this is the first Converse we've even had on this show.
I know. Well, Terry is usually our producer that's not here right now. He usually is rocking a pair of them.
No, he usually is in like some low top Adidas. But every now and then he's got a pair of Converse on.
He used to rock them a lot. I don't know. They're not. They don't fit my foot. Like my foot hasn't formed to them yet. So
Are you a wider foot?
I'm
though,
a wide.
Right? Yeah, because Converse is a length. They're perfect for my long, weird, bony feet.
Yeah. That's not how I would describe my feet at all.
Yeah,
like
Bjorn.
chubby, like,
thick, sexy
thick,
feet with Bjorn.
chody feet. Like what? I'm a 10.5 across. Yeah, that's fun. And last time you talked about Lego sneaker.
I had the Lego Adidas, the first.
The original
one that they did with the collaboration.
Yeah.
And now
I have the Ultra Boost Lego. I'm going to take it off. Sorry, I haven't.
Now, when were these released?
Ooh, I don't know that.
Pretty recently, like a couple months ago, maybe.
Yeah, they had
February, March.
Mm-hmm. And this all thanks to Nick, the Ultra Boost. This silhouette has turned into kind of my go-to sneaker. I mean, like I was wearing them the whole time.
Yeah, I encouraged you a long time, like for quite a while, to get a pair, and you pushed back quite a bit on that, and eventually you
did.
Like tried a pair, and then you're like, oh.
I tried a pair on. I started wearing them a lot. They were a little weird. I don't know. I've been wearing them so much. I'm really into them. This one's a little different.
It has the cage. Most of yours don't have the cage.
No, all of them except for that first pair have the cage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've decided I'm okay with that. It's the NMD just doesn't fit my foot.
The NMD is a weird shoe. I have a pair. We got to do mine at some point. I realized we haven't ever done those. But they're really flat. Like they have the boost sole, but there's no like contour to it at all. If you like Converse, you'd probably like those.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they have zero support whatsoever.
No support.
Nice.
Your foot kind of flops around in there.
All right. Yeah. Get it in there.
The thing is when I look at these, I would always recommend to people, like if you're looking at the Ultra Boost, try to find ones that have like the colored Ultra Boost that's like black or like a color like this, as opposed to the white, because that white just gets so gross.
It
so
does get
quickly,
dirty pretty quick,
and it's really hard to, like, I've tried cleaning it, but it's just like it just kind of like, I don't know, you just look sloppy. And
well, even the main shoe now, like that's a lot of white. I mean, but at least you're not walking on that.
Yeah, because this you're like walking on, and so it like gets dirty.
Yeah, you know what works is Shout. You know that shit that you buy in the laundry aisle. It comes in a spray bottle.
What about the Mr. Clean wipes?
Ooh.
Those,
I
are
bet
those
those
bad?
would
magic
work.
erasers.
Yeah.
I'd give it a shot.
I'd be scared though. They would like rub off any paint or
Like
some other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, these I think are painted.
I've definitely used Shout though to some level of success. Just a washcloth and Shout, and just kind of scrubbed on it, and it usually gets it out if you need it. Those are cool because they have this this bumpy.
Yeah, there's like this bumpy insole with dog hair. The dog hair was extra, actually.
Nice,
Which is just crazy because it looks like you're walking on Lego, which is the most uncomfortable thing to step on.
Right. Who was like, I've got the perfect idea. You know that thing that happens with Legos that everyone hates?
You know the joke that even people who aren't funny still get laughs off of about stepping on Legos?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that as an insult. But you know what? I was like so intrigued by it.
Honestly, it looks like it would massage your feet a little.
It does, but really what I would say is it just kind of makes the bottom of your foot feel kind of numb.
You're right? Yeah.
I feel like on a long walk, you would get blisters on the bottom of your toes from that.
Yeah.
Like it would be abrasive after a while. but on a short walk
I wore it
or
on stage
sitting
last
in the
night.
office or something, it would maybe feel good.
But I feel that's so weird that they did that though, because I've never seen anything like that. And it's rounded. It's not like, but it is just like, would they be like, oh, that's like the massaging their feet or what?
Yeah.
It's not. It does not seem like a comfortable thing to put on the bottom of someone's foot.
Because I saw it and I was like, hard pass. And then I went back to it and I was like, I want to try it out. So I got them. And I wear a lot of red. I have a red hoodie from Adidas. So I got these. I got these from the employee store. I paid like they retail for $190. I paid like half that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great deal for that.
Which I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have paid more. But
No. I've gotten like all my Ultra Boost at the employee store. Whenever I get a pass, it's usually I just try to find a new pair of Ultra Boost to take walks in. They're great.
I've been wearing those waterproof ones a lot because it's been raining all the time. But all right, so we always ask. I mean, we kind of already know the question, the answer, because those are pretty worn out. But we talk about trucks on this podcast a lot, and we talk about rap music. And rappers always talking about how they're going to blow backs out. And in truck culture, if you drive a big truck and you just keep it on the road, like a big lifted truck, it's called a pavement princess. So are these sneakers going to be are you going to blow the back out of them? Or are they going to be pavement princesses?
Pavement princesses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where you keep them clean and you never... No, you're blowing the back out of those.
Really?
They're already like a shoe that you're gonna wear out.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Like these I think are gonna be pavement princesses for me. Like I'm gonna keep them nice.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was a truck that you like to use a lot. It's a pavement princess.
No, a pavement princess is like a truck that's like lifted, so it should be good off road, but you never take it on anything but pavement.
Got it.
And so you're
now I get it.
It's kind of a derogatory term.
Yeah, it's used when looking down your nose at a fellow truck owner.
So you think I already blew the back out of these already?
No, not
It
yet.
looks like you're in the beginning stages of it. Like you've seem to have chosen that path.
Yeah, there's no hole, but I don't clean them off, and I do walk in the mud with them, and
yeah, that kind of counts as being like you've kind of committed to blowing the back out of those.
yeah, they will die.
Do you blow the back out of most of your shoes? Just like wear a pair and then it just is just wrecked?
Yeah, basically tennis shoe like these, I always just wear till they fall off. And then when they really fall off, they become lawnmower shoes, and that's when you really blow the back out of them because they're not even like.
Yeah.
Because I have a older pair that are just all green because I just mow the lawn with them, and then
Nice.
I better put the other nice ones on, which are pretty not nice. And then I do have like deck shoes and dress shoes for other things.
What are
Those
deck
are-
shoes?
They're like Target brand
Deck shoes?
just like brown deck like boat
Like-
shoes or whatever. I don't know.
Just like for wearing out on your porch
Yeah.
at home.
And like at home?
Yeah,
So
or I'll
you're-
wear those for like fancy shows where I'm like, oh, I can't just wear these dirty Chuck Taylors. Must have new brown shoes or whatever.
What's the requirement? Is it like for a good show? Is it like number of audience or tickets sold, or is it like
For a good show
yeah,
for
yeah,
me?
where you'd be like, oh, better get the good shoes out?
No, that just means like the people are dressing up. Like if I'm
Oh.
like, this is like a private show.
Like a
I'm like,
corporate type
oh,
of gig. Do some of those have dress codes?
Sometimes, but like I've done like a Chamber of Commerce event where it was like a gala. But then I realized the more I've done them, I'm like, oh, they have the dress code, but I'm the entertainment, so they're just excited that I'm there, and they really don't care. They would probably be like, if I showed up in like a t-shirt and ripped jeans, they'd be like, oh, come on, man. But I wear like jeans and like a sweater or something. They're like, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And people like the Chucks. That's like that. I think that's.
I think it adds to your personality.
Yeah,
I think.
and usually I try to have a nicer.
You have
a
like
new
show
pair.
chucks and
Yeah,
then
like that one. That's
like
not
a pavement princess
a
Chuck.
pavement princess Chuck. But they get scuffed so easily. Like
Yeah.
these shoes are not. I mean, I think they're meant to be blown out.
Totally.
Because it's not like they're not. It's not like I'm like, oh no, they retired them. I can't get
just are
another
always
pair
making
of Chuck Taylors anymore.
Yeah, there's like a run on them. or like some exclusive colorway.
Yeah, they did change them though because they used to be made in America, and then didn't they get bought out by?
Yeah, they
a
are
company?
owned by Nike.
Yeah,
You
so
can buy them
Nike-
at the Nike employee store here.
Really?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they have a little wallet.
but yeah, the price went way up because Chuck Taylors used to be $30 for like ever,
Oh, really?
and now they're 60,
they're like 60
or 70 bucks.
Yeah.
Just and they're not even made in the USA, which I used to always say like made in the USA. I think at the bottom of the original ones.
I find that so fascinating. There's so many companies right now that are just like phasing out that like made in the USA thing, and nobody even notices. Like a lot of people
They
don't.
were, and now I think they're trying to phase it back in because of like all the supply chain stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
But it's
well,
gonna
like I know like Intel. You know how Intel is building like a new factory in Ohio and a new one in Phoenix or whatever. Like they're building all these factories and shit because like they're trying to make chips here because they're all stuck on a boat or closing down factories. Like that's why we can't get trucks.
it is gonna
And so
be
I feel like
funny
there's a new push to like do more stuff here, which is kind of cool.
when you will see made in USA, and you're like, oh, that's child labor, and just like basically
At that point.
they're not paying them very well. That's why it's so cheap to make stuff in the US. Like, I feel like it is gonna switch at some.
It's gonna switch.
Point.
You're like, oh, that's minimum wage labor.
Yeah.
Ew.
We'll see.
So you just mentioned mowing the lawn. I know you own a house. You have a house with a lawn?
I do. It has a front yard and a backyard.
Holy
I mow
shit.
both of them. Not
like
currently
The
because
pinnacle
it's
of
winter.
success. Oh yeah, I guess in Minnesota you get like what, May through September is
Yeah,
about lawn
in a
mowing
couple
season.
weeks I'll probably have to do my first mow,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Do you have a system? Are you like very like?
I always liked mowing the lawn. That was like one of my favorite chores when I was growing up. We had a good size. We had like a half an acre, so like it was a hell of a lawn. But I would just put my headphones in and blast the music and have a good time.
yeah, it's a fun one. I'm not very good. My yard is not I don't like chemically treat it, so there is like weeds and dandelions. I just try to keep it. If my neighbor mows, I want to mow within 2 days of that, or beat them to it.
Yeah,
So-
it's good to win.
But we don't have neighbors that judge. The people across the street, they have a very nice yard, which is nice for us because that's what we look at.
Mhm.
And then, so it's great to have people that care about the yard,
Yeah.
not in your yard, because you don't. They look at ours every day, and they're
Right.
probably like, oh.
That's what I think about with my appearance. I just like I want everybody else.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I do. I don't have a system in it, and then there are times where I'll be on it, and then there's other times where I'm like, I'm gonna let it, let it roll for a while, and then then I'll get out there.
So what's your mower situation? What do you got?
Have you thought about getting like the Roomba mower thing? That's like
No,
Is there
I've
a
seen
Roomba
those.
mower?
Yeah,
That's gonna
there's-
drive into the road.
Yeah, that just seems dangerous and not. I've not heard any positive. I have like a Toro, self.
got
not
self-propelled?
Oh yeah, you like push the thing and then
Yeah,
it
and the
pulls
wheels.
itself.
Yeah, that's
so
where it's at.
It's pretty chill, but the lawn is definitely like not level though because I have dogs. Once you have dogs, their pee destroys so much of the grass. Like there's like this just weird.
Yeah, it's like stops being worth the
Yeah,
money to.
and you can like give them different food, or some people rush out if their
and
dog.
spray it.
Yeah,
right?
like the first pee in the morning from a dog is the most acidic, and that's what kills your yard. So if you try to dilute that as much as possible, like with water,
yeah,
it won't kill it. But I
think you just need to
And
hydrate
you have a
your
Great
dogs.
Dane, because I wonder how much liquid that Great Dane can hold. Like
a lot.
I think you need to feed your dogs like Gatorade, get them really overhydrated.
Electrolytes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that like it waters it down.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I'm all because of like water shortages and like the lawn is. I feel like it's going away. Like
As a
our
concept?
generation, yeah. Because like
Yeah.
I grew up in this pretty well-off suburb, Edina, Minnesota, and my buddy Drew. His parents had a house on a corner lot, and then his mom just decided not to mow the lawn. Like she went for an all natural wild yard, and everyone and all the other neighbors probably hated it, but I think it looks rad, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how it should look. Yeah, you should have your house and then a yard that's like got birds and flowers and insects and cool stuff, not just green, boring.
yeah, like a
Like
forest.
it's not a baseball field. Like we're not
Right.
running. Like
Yeah, we're not
so-
playing golf.
But yeah, and LA is so sad because you just see these rich people that you're like, oh, they're spending so much money to
They're
have stuff that
shooting
really
water
shouldn't
through
even
the
grow
air.
here.
Right.
Like it's not the natural land. So
That's how Las Vegas was too, where it's like in some of those cities they actually you can get like tax benefits and stuff if you tear your lawn out and just put rocks.
yeah.
Where they're like, hey, if you just put a couple cactuses, we'll give you a couple $100.
Yeah, if you stop shooting water through the air on a hot day
Yeah.
because you want to maintain some grass.
The funny thing is, like, when I lived in Vegas, the apartment that I lived in, I made sure that it had grass because my dog would not go potty anywhere else but a grass area. He won't go on. He won't go on sand.
That's tough
Bucket's
in the
like-
desert.
He's like, nah. He did.
That's pretty
he,
high maintenance.
He did
honestly.
drop his business on a cactus one time.
Oh wow.
And it got like stuck in it was like thick needles and it got stuck in there. And I was like, with the bag, I was like, nah, not worth it.
Yeah, honestly, that's fine. Like,
It's a baller move. I was
feel
like,
nobody's going to accidentally like try to pick a cactus. That's a pretty low impact place to leave.
and
some.
honestly, it's probably still there. Like that was 4 years ago.
It just got baked. And
I think it's gone.
It's gone.
preserved.
Yeah. Maybe
It
by
was
now.
eaten by ants and flies.
gross.
But yeah, you have a Great Dane. I'm impressed. Like, because how she's Minnie, right?
Minnie is her name. I have a Great Dane. She just turned 1. She weighs over 100 pounds, and she does pee a lot and poop a lot.
How much do you feed her a day?
She eats 6 to 8 cups of food a day.
That feels like a lot.
That's
It is
like
a lot.
as much as I eat, if that.
Yeah. No.
Well, she's still a growing dog too, right?
They grow
She's
up to
only a
2
year.
years is when they're full grown. They can weigh up to 180 pounds. She'll probably stop at a 130,
It's a big dog.
120.
They're tall. They're
Yeah.
like, they have crazy long legs and like the
Yeah.
big chest.
Yeah, but so
Interesting
sweet
dog.
and hard to control. But when they're calm and chill, just the sweetest dogs and like all love. So they're nice.
What inspired you to get it? Great Dane, because you had Boston's before.
I just like thought they're so goofy and interesting, and I just think they're interesting dogs. And I've never had a big dog. I've always been a little dog guy, and so I was like, I just want a big dog.
So
And I
you want-
maybe went too big. Like I was like, I should have got like a golden retriever or a lab.
Like
but
an entry level big dog.
yeah, but even labs can get. She's pretty small for a Great Dane because you can get some labs that are 80, 90 pounds. And once you're into the 80, 90 pounds, an extra 10 pounds
yeah.
What's
wasn't
an
that
extra
big of
10
a difference.
Some
She's
of those
just
dogs,
long.
though, like,
but-
yeah, she's like gonna be just tall and
yeah,
skinny.
this lanky, and her
One of my
tail's banging
friends-
into stuff.
One of my friends has a Weimaraner.
Okay,
It's like a great big. I think he's only like 80 pounds, but he's super tall.
nice.
Thing like has long legs and big feet. It's like a moose walking around. He just runs into shit. He doesn't know how big he is.
Nah.
He's a weird dog because he like has this look like he would be real dignified, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's like a dork. He's like a really silly.
And that's Minnie too. She can
Goofy
look
dog.
very noble and like stoic, but then just banging into stuff, drooling and like falling over.
Yeah.
She'll lay on her back and just chew her paw, and she's like, she does
Sure.
wild dog fun stuff.
Does she drink out of the sink, like in the kitchen or
No,
anything?
she can't reach that. She can look at the island, and she will anything that's on like the low living room table. She samples all, and like she knows she's not supposed to, but she's just like, whatever. I would like some of these chips, and like I'm like, Minnie.
I would like to eat these coasters.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks
but,
for these coaster toys.
But I do get nervous because her nose is right where like the oven is. So like you do have to be aware. Like no, you can burn your like because she
She
doesn't
could burn
know.
her nose.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah.
she
Oh,
like
that's
if
wild.
she did that one time? Wouldn't she just be like,
yeah,
"Oh, you don't"?
but
mess
I don't
around
want her
with
to do it. I don't want my dog to burn herself.
Burn their
so.
nose. My friend has one, and like straight up, it doesn't drink. It drinks from the sink. So you just when it's
Jeez.
thirsty, it barks at the sink, and you walk over and you just turn on the sink, and you just. It just like makes the hugest mess. You literally have to clean it up
Wow.
after he's done. I was just like, why don't you just get a bowl for it? And they're like, he doesn't. This is what he does. I don't know.
What was the purpose of a Great Dane? Like when they first bred it, what was it for?
I think it's a hunting dog. I
Huh.
feel like it's some type of hunting. Like,
Interesting.
because she
to just
points,
scare everything.
Yeah, out a
Oh.
guard dog, but I don't know. I should know, but
Interesting. Because aren't they like I thought they didn't run a lot. I thought they were like too big almost. Or do they run like crazy?
She gets like zoomy. She's still a puppy though,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think normally a Great Dane has bursts of energies, but about after 10 minutes they're done. Like when she goes for a walk for 15 to 20 minutes, she will sleep the rest of the day. Like she's like, that was a lot of energy.
Yeah, I think Bjorn had told me that they're like relatively chill because they're like almost too big.
Yeah.
And
Most
it's like it
huge
takes them a
dogs.
lot of effort to do anything, and then they're just like, all right, that's me for the day. I'm good.
Yeah. That was-
But when they zoom, it is terrifying.
yeah. It's like a storm.
It really like
Well, their
it's-
legs are 4 feet long. I mean,
And they're
probably go 12 feet. in
I
one.
bet Minnie's tail is as long as my dog is, and she's like swinging that around
Yeah.
your house,
Yeah.
like just taking stuff
Yeah,
down.
it does knock cans over, and it whips you in the face, and then she'll step on you with her paw, and that hurts, and then she'll jump up too, like she'll hump you, and then
I was gonna say that
that's
was
horrifying.
That's why I'll be totally honest. That's why I'm not gonna own a Great Dane, is because I've been humped several times and felt very violated.
They just don't
They
have
grab
good,
you,
they don't have
pull
good
you in.
boundaries.
Their boundaries are not good, and now
that's
they're
a problem. That's
they're a
problematic.
little
honestly.
triggering for me, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Like one bent me over a gate, and it was not fun. And they got their paws locked on, and just like another person had to come get this dog that's as big as me.
that's
Like,
not okay. I think we need to
I'm
tell
200.
Twitter
I'm 200
about this breed of
pounds.
dog. This is a
Cancel
problem.
them. We need to cancel
They
Great
need to be
Danes.
canceled. Yeah, I think this has gone on for too long already.
Um,
There's just this breed of dog this has no boundaries.
well, I had dropped something on the floor, so I
That's not
definitely
an
had it coming. You know,
see, this is the Great Danes
No.
have gaslighted you, and they tried to victim blame, and that's not okay.
But I've also been, for the record, I also have been humped by those like the big huskies, whatever those are called. The Malamute. I've been humped by a couple Malamutes as well. Where there was one that would knock employees, because I worked at a dog hotel. or
Yeah,
a dog
Alaska though
thing.
Alaska's pretty far away and pretty sparsely populated,
Yeah.
so maybe they just weren't taught better. But
There was some.
I think we need to talk to them too.
Was it a dog hotel or a dog brothel? Because it sounds like you worked at
Sounds
a
like a
dog
brothel.
Yeah, it sounds
my
like
God.
this was this might have been like the dog.
This
This
was
sounds like a dog motel.
Right.
it was an hourly daycare center
Yeah, this
where
is
you bring your dog
a
and
by
we
the
tire
hour
them out.
joint. What did you think went on in a pay by the hour, dude? That's
Bjorn, you're right. Yeah, I feel like you just didn't understand your job.
I mean, you guys didn't see how I was dressed, so it's
Oh.
fine.
It's not appropriate.
Once again, I don't think you need to take any responsibility for this. You're the victim here, Bjorn, and I
Yeah.
think this is important that you spoke your truth on the podcast, and I'm happy we gave you a platform to do so.
But again, you shouldn't generalize all Great Danes.
No, I shouldn't.
There
It's
are,
not all
there
Great
are
Danes.
some. Yeah.
Hashtag not all Great
But
Danes. Yeah,
obviously, but I don't blame you don't blame yourself. Like I heard you, and this is
Well, there
odd.
is. I mean, there would be that. There was like some smaller people that worked there. Not like there were some people that were just like a little smaller than me that worked there, and they'd have like we'd have these huge dogs that like that would take people down, or like you're trying to walk multiple dogs, and then they'd like see something, and it's like it really. I would say if you're a dog person, don't maybe work in the dog industry. Like do dog harnesses or something where it's like it's actually just clothing. Don't actually work with dogs because it sort of ruins.
Yeah.
Because
What
you're
was-
working
what
with
was
the most
least-
challenging.
What's the least problematic breed? What dog has the least strikes against?
Boston's, right?
Bostons are one of them.
That's good.
Bostons have almost no problems. I never had pugs. Never had any problems with them. And then
Clean living dogs.
and Cavalier King
Cavalier.
Charles, easiest dog. Like if you've never had a dog and you just want basically a dog that will go for light walks and will just cuddle you and just love you and follow you around, that is the perfect dog.
The Cavalier.
Cavalier King Charles. That's the one I've been recommending that you get.
Yeah,
They're
like,
great
no,
apartment dogs.
You've got me sold. If I ever have to get a dog, that's the dog. That,
Now you do have to do some grooming, but it's not like quite to
what
the
do you
level
do?
of.
Shampoo it so it doesn't smell?
No, like in the summer you should probably like cut their hair a little bit because it's long hair.
I saw a
But
cute
they don't
dog
shed,
today,
right?
though.
Oh, they
that
do
was-
shed.
The Havanese is a great one that doesn't
Havanese,
shed.
yeah.
Also a good. That was
Okay.
my childhood dog.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that one's good as well.
I saw a cool dog today in my neighborhood. I saw a Scotty dog, and it was like a perfect one. Like it was. I think they must spend
No, they get that
insane
haircut.
amounts of money to get that hair like
It's
perfect.
it's a traditional cut.
But
with
he's got the little mustache
Yep.
and all the little fluffy. He was a cute little guy. He looked like
And-
he looked picture perfect little Scotty dog.
the one that a lot of people like that I would not recommend is a
Mm-hmm.
corgi. There were so many people got bit by corgis because you
They're a-
trust them.
They're a
and they-
herding.
and then they will attack.
They're made to herd cows.
They
That's what
can be
do
kind of
is
nasty.
Nip people.
That was like the most interesting thing that I learned there. It was
I
like
thought they were Ottomans.
Ottomans. Yeah, they like being Ottomans.
Yeah, I
Just
thought that was what they were bred for, was just for people to put their
for
feet
royalty
on
to put
and
their
to
feet on.
stand.
So Tommy, if your Great Dane works out and you become a big dog person, are you going bigger after like for your next dog? You going like bull mastiff?
No, this is the biggest I'm gonna get.
You're not
This
going
was
any bigger. Or
a
a
lot
pig.
to learn. But yeah, I'll
Or
probably
just an
get a
actual horse?
Yorkie teacup. Anything that I can put in a bag or pick up instantly.
There you go.
And you have a guinea pig. So I was thinking about it, and it's like you went small dog and then big dog. Now you have a guinea pig. Are you gonna get like a regular pig next? Like a big what are those called? The ones
Just a pig?
like a real
Potbelly
size
pig?
Yeah, like a potbelly pig.
No, I don't think so. Because guinea pig is in the rodent family. Because we had hedgehogs,
Oh.
rats, and guinea pig. But the guinea pig's no longer with us. But I don't. I
Mm.
think Megan is done with her small critters for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Small critter pets are always interesting. Like they're cute, but they don't live very long. And
No,
it's sad.
it's tough. And
My sister had hamsters growing up, and she had 2 in a spell of 4 years, and then we were like, "This is too much
yeah,
heartbreak."
it's too many funerals. The
Yeah.
backyard's getting filled up.
I know.
It's harder to mow.
Yeah,
The robot doesn't know what to do.
yeah. There's too many hamster bones back here.
Yeah, they were cool. One of them was nice. She had 2. She had the first one was a little black one, and he was so cute and nice and friendly, and you could pick him up and pet him all the time. The other one was white with red eyes, was like an albino one, and it was red. The eyes were red because it was evil. It was a mean, spirited, cruel hamster.
Yeah,
He
there
was-
there
he
was
had a bad attitude.
There was a hamster in my 7th grade science class that was evil, and
It
it
was
was
a
probably.
mean-spirited hamster.
I think it was teased by kids because kids would put a pencil in there, and the thing would just rip apart the eraser. Like it would be like, "Whoa," like freak out. And I was like, "Well, you're encouraging, and you're poking it with a pencil. Like it's not.
Yeah, you bully,
it's not a
you
happy
bully a
hamster.
hamster long enough, and they snap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's the most exotic pet you've ever had? Because you have a lot of
hedgehog is probably the
Hedgehog?
weirdest one that we had. But we had 2 hedgehogs, Phyllis, and then Ethel was the other hedgehog, and they were
Seem like good
they're really-
hedgehog names.
sweet. They're kind of fun little guys. And but unfortunately, like they're supposed to live up to 7 years, but both of ours only lived about 3 years.
Like
years.
that's like the window of just enough to get attached.
Yeah, but
Like-
not. I
So-
don't know.
A hedgehog, aren't they like pokey, or can you?
They're
can
like
you
little
pet them?
porcupines, but yeah, you can, because if they're tame or handled a lot, they'll put their quills down. So then and you
okay.
can rub their bellies. You put them up like backwards in the. They like to like float around in the sink. They're like funny little goofy, little things.
Huh.
And like our dog Olive, she was really good friends with Phyllis. So if Phyllis would be walking around, and Olive would like roll around next to her and
Oh,
want to be friends.
that's
Oh,
pretty
that's-
cute.
Yeah.
That's fun. Sorry,
There's-
we're
Roll-
recording during the day, and so they're like rolling around with some
Yeah, there's
computer
a-
chairs upstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is intense.
Yeah. The
business up
soundproofing
there.
is not.
Do they not
great.
know that there's a podcast?
podcast
Yeah,
studio?
we're
Yeah.
making history down here, and they're just disrespecting us.
Well, usually we record at night when they're closed. So
I
but today-
apologize.
yeah,
It's
it's
all
fine.
good.
No, this is great. This
We
is
kind of
great.
needed to get an extra episode in this week anyway.
Yeah.
We were starting
and
to
we
fall behind.
had to get it in before I fly out at 1 a.m. in the
Yeah.
morning.
And I got plenty of time to sober up before we. But I think that's gonna do it for the episode, man. This was super fun having you on here, Tommy.
What a blast! I
Yeah.
love it. We talked about shoes for up to 8 minutes.
Yeah, almost
yeah,
a
that's
whole 8.
almost a record for this podcast, honestly.
So where can people find you? And you got anything you want to plug? Podcasts, appearances? This will be out the last week of April.
Yes. Please, you can find me at TommyRyman.com, at Tommy Ryman, all my stuff. But please, I'm really pushing my new album, my 3rd album, coming out on Ghost Runner Records, called Party Troll. You can pre-order it now when you're listening to this, but it comes out May 3rd on all platforms, iTunes, streaming services. But super excited about it, and it's gotten great reviews for the people who have heard it before. So check that out. Thank you.
Yeah. And I've heard his album, and he did a bunch of shows. He's super good. You guys definitely have to check him out.
Yeah, you got to catch Tommy. If he's through your town, catch him. He's very funny.
All right, you want to take us out, Nick?
Sure. If you like this, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the bell. I don't know what you do. Listen to Chairs Upstairs. We're on YouTube and Spotify and Amazon with video. We're on all the other platforms with audio. Go and find us on social media at Size 10 Podcast. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And go see Bjorn's show Vibe once a month and Bjorn's show Bangers every Thursday.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. Thank you, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.